Hey y'all, good morning. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove, and this is the face of a face I had a breakdown yesterday, but here I am. So thankful that I have a coffee maker that's working. And I love my pumpkin mug. And I'm down to just open my last oat milk. So, oh my God, I want to show y'all something. Hold on. Hey y'all, this needs some more coffee. So Monday night, I go to grab this to make from Trader Joe's. Y'all, I have this thing just in case. It is a Harvest chicken breast. Doesn't that look good, y'all? This thing was expensive. $18.16. But for 3 meals for me, you know what? That's decent. I have till the 24th of October. Y'all. I know today. What's today? No idea, but I went to make it Sunday night. So this doesn't seem okay, right? Like there's something off-gassing in there, y'all. I was like, whoa. That's not what it looked like when I got it. So that is getting returned to the Joe's today. Just gotta remember to bring it. But that's something scary. What is today? I'm so behind. Anyway. Well, this is, I mean, I know you can just bring a carton, but I had to show them that. That was just wild. So it makes me think, was there something in there that would have made me sick? I don't know. Anyway, yes. Yesterday was not a good day. Without going into too much detail, because really it doesn't make sense, hard to explain, my Adderall is still caught up in some sort of purgatory. Do you know there's an actual purgatory, Idaho? And then the other day, a woman comes in with a purgatory t-shirt on. I said, oh my God, is that from Idaho? And she said, oh yeah, I got it thrifting. But anyway, purgatory. So, I'm not even hopeful, but I'm just curious at this point, is it going to come or not? I will say this, that the people at Caremark are very lovely, empathetic human beings. I mean, I was sobbing yesterday on the phone with them and sobbing on the phone with my doctor's office and not one, are you okay? Oh my gosh, nothing. No empathy, no acknowledgement. Anyway, I am finding a new doctor. I have 6 of the not great pills left, so we'll see. Y'all, we're going to see. But let's do some taste tests. Anyway, and I just want to start getting to do this all the time again. It just makes me happy and connected. I feel disconnected, and that's not a good thing. Yesterday was bad. Poor Beverly. But she talked me down. And, yeah. But I did some, I have a whole bunch of different little paints like this that you get like at Walmart or Michael's. They're super cheap. Back in the day, I probably paid 50 cents. But I was just checking to see if some of them worked. And then I just started to, I don't know, throw some color down. Because when I'm in this mode, oh my goodness, a bit more than I thought I had. Excuse me. Okay. So when I'm in this mode, I don't know who I am, you know, really it is a good place and I'm very thankful I have it. So I just started doing swatching just to kind of see how they worked. You know, this is just cleaning up the brush, you know, that kind of thing. So with these I can do is stencil over them. I can put gesso down, a glaze. And then I just started doing straight, like, print. So like this, I was just doing one solid color, and I drew a line in it, and then I pulled a print off of it. Right? Isn't that interesting? And then, no, that was the original one. That cool? Love it. So then I started, like this was a maroon one, and I started doing, on that, using my, the only stencil I had on the table. Goodness. This will be all the art I can do today, showing you guys, because I got stuff to do. And then this one I thought it's a Pearl X. It's a different, it was real mushy. I thought, you know what, just throw it out. You're not looking, you're not painting the Mona Lisa. Just throw it out. So then I just started using Punchella, which is down here somewhere, I think, and adding a color, pulling it off the other papers. So now I have fodder, as they say, but a bunch of stuff that will be labeled, I don't know, acrylic paper stencil or something. And then, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I kept out a bunch of the colors for Halloween because I have some black and white movie still books from horror films that I'm going to paint. I haven't done anything on that side. Again. So I don't really need to do anything, but let's say I wanted to use this as a page in a book, then, you know, I could do something, or I could just have a white paper. Again, they're not the best quality, but you know what? That's not what I'm looking for right now. Using up what I have. Again, another pull of something. Just testing some of the glazes. So yeah, so I will do something with these. Maybe even just stenciling over them would be interesting. Fill in some of the white and then stencil. I'm actually not the biggest fan of brown, but I kind of like it. It's called Brownie Batter Brown. Isn't that pretty? So that was kind of yesterday after the evening. Y'all, I'm going to have so many painted papers, but what a great way to deal with some anxiety, right? Anyway, these are going to go downstairs. And then I wanted to show you, so I've also been, I had the blackberries that were going bad. And they weren't that super tasty anyway. This is just part of some of my papers that I've been doing, like coffee, stenciling kind of thing on, but I kept out some to show you that I really thought were interesting. So again, when I sit down to do something, now this I have, this was just a matte piece of paper I was using. So, you know, I'm keeping that. Just while I was painting on it. Then let's see. So with the blackberries, what I did was I just put them in water, let them sit in the fridge for a few days. But as I was using it up, it was, of course, getting darker and changing color. But what I found so fascinating is, so different paper pulls differently. Like, so this is a piece of scrapbook paper that I just painted on the back. And so this, okay, you probably not going to see it on my camera. This one is so much more gray, and this one is a little bit more lilac-y. But it's just so much fun to see how the paper pulls the color. Isn't that interesting? Well, to me, maybe not to y'all. But yeah, so, and like this is how I would think a blueberry, you know, would come out. But like on this paper, it comes out much more blue. I find that fascinating. This is just some tracing paper. This will look better, I think, ironed. I gotta iron that. Yeah, so I just did a bunch, and this is coffee and the, I want to keep them out. I want to do something about the monster mash with them in my book. But for some reason, this grabbed really differently. But dictionary pages. So, and like this one, really. So the quality of the paper is different. So it's so much fun. You just never know what you're going to get. This is more what I thought I would get. You know, some of the papers turned it more green. But this is like super, I think it's a pretty color. But I bet if I did the same thing with blackberries, it's all going to be different. This is some of my mom's paper from her little diary. And there's some of these kids' papers, the lines kind of melt. I find this one interesting. I love this paper. This looks like geognomes. Anyway. And then just regular paper. But this one's really cool. So this was a copy color, I don't know, 20 years ago. I hate throwing out stuff you don't want. I just figured I'll use it. But it's pulling this through. But just different colors. That's interesting. Y'all are like, what? Paper? Again, that's kind of what I thought all of them would look like. But it really depended on the quality of the paper. So let me show you. Like this was towards the end and it almost looked mauve. But this is really old paper. This is like from an old book, like the front page kind of thing. I save those. They're perfect to do art on. So let's see here. All right. So this is from a book of just songs that I guess you play the piano with, maybe recorder. I'm not sure. Anyway, see how beautiful that is? Now that's traditional. Now this one up here, this is from a book of you know, fonts and stuff. It's almost like a green gray, just from the paper. So they did it at the same time. I guess that's the chemistry of everything that you cannot control. Again, look at this green is with the coffee. And again, this paper, this is just an old sheet of copier paper, and it pulled it green. So then, you know, some with that lovely, it's interesting. So anyway, this is how I'm doing to maintain my insanity. Y'all, this is what I do to maintain my insanity. So look at this one. And so this one, you have to look at this map and you tell me what this is a map of. You see it? So it's not a full map. Dominions of the Gnome King, Rinkatink, Vegetable Kingdom, Rose's Kingdom, Land of County of the Gargoyles. So something's missing here, but look at the back. So this was this art tissue that bleeds when you make it wet. But I mean, you can't, I love this. I know, this makes me very happy. Sometimes I grab all my papers and just look at them. But I feel thankful that I can do that. So this is a book of wildflowers pages, but look, so that is more traditional, I think. And I added some coffee stain, little stenciling. And then this one, I just mostly coffee. And I do some kind of journaling in there and a little bit of stenciling. And again, look at that. So pretty. I love this paper. Can't remember what book it's from, but I love it. So this is what I'm doing to maintain some kind of sanity and connection to myself. I kind of feel, I don't know. I don't know. I almost said to Beverly, well, I did say to Beverly, I'm not going to say, you know, I can hardly with the worst state of the world say, you know, I don't know what I can say, right? Why I feel like I'm being picked on, or is it something I'm doing because, you know, when your brain's not functioning correctly, it's kind of like, okay, you're hungover or you haven't slept, you haven't eaten. And, you know, the way you function is so much different when you've had a good night's sleep and you're hydrated, you're fed, you're rested. It's kind of maybe like that. It just is like, it just doesn't work, because I keep saying, what did I say, Beverly? No. When is my brain going to function? She's like, no, your brain is functioning. You're very, you are getting more done than you can imagine. It's just that it hurts. So literally, it's a painful experience. It's bizarre. But yeah, maybe I needed a complete breakdown yesterday. I don't know. I couldn't go to work. Could not go to work. I was sobbing. I'm like, how am I going to drive my car? Like, how am I going to... But I focused on resting. I hydrated as much as I could because I get a little nauseous and I don't want to eat, which is not helpful. But I've been focusing on laundry, getting it done. Actually, washing it, drying it, and throwing it in a heap in front of the washer dryer is not considered done to me or anyone, I assume. But getting it up, I'm getting a steamer this weekend. I just am. I have to have I'm just not going to iron a bunch of clothes in a steamer real quick. I can turn that on while I hop in my shower and come out and do that. But there's so many different steamers. But my friend gave me a gift card to Walmart. So I'm just going to go and see what they have. It does not have to be fancy. But yeah, I may go to Walmart. Beverly's coming Sunday, so that's good to have something to look forward to. And I have a secret project. I'm going to film it, but I'm going to show it to you when I'm done. That's hence it's secret. But Walmart, I don't know if I'm going to do pickup. Probably what's best for me is do a pickup. So I'm going to look at that online today. I need like new butter, stuff like that. Oh, I'm going to get, okay. So we're going to do taste tests. So I got the Trader Joe's Pumpkin O cereal. Toasted whole grain cereal with brown rice, oats, and pumpkin. And there's only 1 gram of fiber, which is, terrible. But I'm going to have chia seeds with it, separate. So, I don't remember the cost. Under $5, I would assume. But I will be picking up some of my Raisin Nut brand. It is under $5. You get it cheaper too if you buy 2. I don't need 2, but it's under $5 at Walmart. And my store has it for $6.98. Okay. So this is what they look like. So they're different from the Cheerios, which I could never find the pumpkin Cheerios. They're not my favorite. I bought this. It's probably full of stuff. I didn't check it, but I just do not want to be consuming that much dairy. A cup has 2 grams of fiber. That's interesting. Okay. Just got this. Oat milk's expensive, but I'm going to get some of the shelf-stable stuff at Trader Joe's because I like it. So, I like my cereal to get a little mushy. I know, right? This is my latest Sia pudding. It is just, I used up the rest of my cashew macadamia almond milk that's shelf-stable at Trader Joe's, not sweetened. I put in a pinch of cardamom, a wallop bean vanilla paste, vanilla bean paste that I've gotten from Trader Joe's. I put that in there. I did 4 tablespoons, I think, and then a cup of milk, something like that, or a cup of oat milk. And then I added a little honey and a bunch of cinnamon. So I was looking at my spices. So I made it yesterday, right? Said you could put a little, heat up a little jam and twist it in. That would be good. I can taste the cardamom. It's very light. I didn't put that much in. But you could put nutmeg, nuts. I love the texture. If you do not like this texture, y'all, but I tell you, my favorite right now is if you get the Trader Joe's shelf-stable oat milk pumpkin. They're sweet. You throw that in there, you don't really need to do anything else. Yeah, I love vanilla, I guess, because it is perfectly flavored and it's yummy. So I might buy another one of those. The chocolate's okay, but I'm not a big person to have chocolate in the morning. It's a good dessert one. But, you know, real chocolate milk might be better. Okay. You know, one of the problems with little oat milk, you know, it's not necessarily the most attractive, right? I guess that's like when my dad tried to put me on the skim milk and it was blue. That was a fight, y'all. And so he was wrong. I should have been having whole milk. But he would do half and half, and so I didn't know, but I knew. It is not overly clove or anything like that, which I appreciate. But there's something about the cereal itself that I'm not a big fan of. I really do love Cheerios. I'm so sad I couldn't find them. So I'm going to save these for the taste test with Mark and Sue whenever they get back. And then we'll try them. I'll see what they think and I'll gift it to them. Oh no, just not. I mean, I had to eat them, I would eat them. It's not like I hate them. It's just I'm very particular about cereal. And, you know, now I have sworn off all my favorites. Anything that has dye, food coloring in it, I'm not. So, but I do love my Raisin Nut Bran. Y'all haven't tried that one. It's different than Raisin, Kellogg's Bran and Raisin or whatever. It's Raisin Nut Bran. It's by Post. So good. Anyway, I'm going to say, let's say out of 10, I'm going to go 5. I would eat it if I had to. Not terrible at all, y'all. The flavor, it's mild flavor. And of course, can be my, you know, I can't get into my doctor's until November to my ENT. But I would eat it. I did not check it on Yucca. Y'all, I got to get back on the Yucca. So it has mixed tocopherols or something and calcium carbonate. I got to memorize in my head which are the no-nos. But anyway, if I were not sharing this with, actually, I could return this. I mean, I like to share with Mark and Sue, but they're going to have a bunch of stuff. And you know what? Look how cute that little packaging is. I mean, really. I'm going to return it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because they, can't remember if we tried it last year or not, but they have a bunch of stuff for us to try too. And I still have a bunch of stuff. But anyway, here's the kind of paints. You know what I'm talking about? I have really good golden paint, but sometimes I just, you know, I want to use this stuff up. And I took out the ones I was going to throw out. So I couldn't mix them up. And this is Pearl Textile Airbrush color. But you know what? Just to throw it down on paper and do jelly printing, I can't wait, y'all. We're going to jelly print. So here's in my head. I've stopped coffee staining for right now. And then I just finished up the blueberries. I do have cranberries I'm going to try. So they were old in my freezer. I took them out. Then I want to do, I should write this down. And there's no shame. It's just I'm really going to go on watching things on ADHD on, some of them I'm very angry and upset. Not just at the doctor and being treated like that. Because really that's on me for letting it happen. But you get used to something and it takes a while to realize this is not working anymore, right? So I do want to find I can't afford a concierge, right? Let's say I choose to spend my money on other things than a concierge doctor. But so a lot of people I know have concierge doctors, and oh my God, that's the dream. Oh, I have another taste test for y'all. But I'm gonna look around for a new doctor, which is hard. What do I do? Interview and I get a feel and say, it's not working for me. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna start with my brother's. I gotta look up and see what kind of doctor she is. I want an internist, and they have to draw blood in the office. And but I really want someone to look at everything and like sit down and go through all my tests. She'll call me on the phone. Here's your test results. You're fine. I want to sit down. Like I was like, can't I draw my blood like a week before, and then you'll have the test results, and then we can go over it together? Doesn't that make sense? But so those things are important to me. I'm gonna go to my ENT. I'm gonna ask him that maybe doctors are always recommending doctors. So, but I am going to find a new doctor, right? And I'm set with drugs. So everything, once I get my Adderall, I will get my Adderall. So, then I'm set for 90 days with all my drugs. But so art. Okay, so every day I'm putting stuff away. Every day. Take 20 minutes, y'all. I'm in that 20-minute mode. But today I need to pick up the floor because my cleaners are coming. It's been a while. And then Beverly's coming on. So I have Saturday. Saturday's going to be one way or the other. Either go to Walmart or probably pick up Walmart. Makes sense. And then I'm making a cake for Beverly for or we might I wanted to make a cake for my mom and I haven't, because but I do want to, because I have these bananas, and so I might do that Saturday so we can have some Sunday and I'll bring it to work Monday. Or we might do some tasting of pumpkin stuff, but I can't ever get her on camera. I think even as bad as I've been feeling, I can't get her on camera. But so art-wise, what I want to do is, the next thing is do some spackling. And I want to do embossing. So they're a little the same, a little different. So spackling there's a spackling compound. You get it from the hardware store, super cheap. Better than buying, the art store kind. But what you do is, so interesting, I cannot. Is it interesting? Anyway. Here's where my stencils are. So you would take like this. I'm obsessed with this Punchinella. But you would take this, put it on the paper, and then do the spackle, right? And then let it dry, pull it off, and then clean your stencil. And when it dries, you got this cool little texture, and you can paint it or whatever you want to do with it, depending on where you put it. So what I want to do is get just a bunch of papers I've already done stuff on, and then put some spackling on. So I think that's going to be cool. I haven't done it in a long time. I just want to feel good. So like, like I want to add some to my book, so let's say I wanted to add some spackling here, right? So I'll feel more comfortable doing it in my book. Can I show you a page that makes me so happy? So I love this little book, but it's a fold out, right? And I just have these cool stickers from this amazing sticker book. I'll have to show y'all. And on the other side. Isn't that fun? I just love it. And this is from a bigger sheet of paper I have of flowers. But I've just been sticking things in. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to do some spackling on that. And then I want to do embossing. Embossing is like you get a wet thing and there's embossing liquid, I guess, ink, and then you sprinkle this embossing powder and you heat dry it, and it's neat. So I want to do that because I want to see one of my embossing stuff, the liquid works or not. So those are two of the techniques I want to try. And then, yeah, like look at this one. This one is Folk Arts. I have a lot of the Folk Arts. Sparkles Pure Gold Glitter. So it's going to come out clumpy, but I might even use this to do some spackling with because it might hold its shape really well. So yeah. But that I think is all that's going on. Oh, I know. I have one more taste test. So I have these cookies, and the date was coming up, and I don't want to be throwing anything out. I wrapped up a bunch to make for Mark and Sue. But these are the Toll House pumpkin spice cookie dough with premier white morsels, y'all. And this was like, let's say between $4 and $5, somewhere there. So you get 20, and they're the kind that come in they're square, right? Now, I had changed to new, better pans, cookie pans. I don't believe I have them. They're not, I don't know. Started to burn. It was like 12 to 13 minutes. I took them out. Well, I flipped them over at 10 because I felt like, it was getting a little dark. So I don't know. I got to check if I'm going to do some baking this winter, and I'm going to do some, but I'm going to check my temperature in my oven to make sure. And then it's probably the pan, but I did not do it in yucca. So I don't know. But anytime you're buying something like this, something's in it. But it's tasty. They have almost a gingerbread quality to them. Very high ginger. And I think they taste yummy. I would buy these again until I check. There's no preservatives. No artificial flavors or colors. Okay. But yeah, but again, they're hard to find, right? But they're pretty good. I have from Trader Joe's the sugar cookie roll. So we're going to try that. And I think they also have cookies that you bake. So anyway, there you go. A couple pumpkin things. Chia seed pudding, but chia seed pudding is easy to eat. It fills me up and it's keeping things moving. Because when I go into a stress mode where I feel anxiety, because there's different kinds of stress, right? But I feel anxiety, then I don't want to eat, and everything kind of, everything shuts down because it's trying to keep you together and keep you going, which is the body's amazing, right? But also, I'm doing a lot of breathing, but I'm just hopeful. I'm just going to be thankful that the Adderall comes and that it's going to work how it's always worked. I mean, it's not for me. I never knew how important it was to me, right? Because I've always taken it. I don't not take my drugs, right? I'm not one of those people. I don't run out of them. I get them renewed. I do whatever I have to do to see the doctor to get renewed. Take them as scheduled, as I just do. Because I don't see the point, right? Why are you taking these drugs and put them in your body and then you're not taking them? I know a lot of people who do that. I don't do that. I'm very respectful of it. But I found that I think some of my new drugs. So my doctor changed me. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it's an antacid that I take in the morning, and then I take one at night because I was having a lot of problems. And because of this, my stomach's small. It's an issue that when you get the surgery that you have to pay attention to. But my Synthroid cannot be taken with that drug. So it said on this thing, 4 hours between. And then don't take that drug until you've eaten. Now, I haven't taken it yet and I've eaten, right? A half hour before you eat. I cannot get up. I mean, at 4 o'clock in the morning to take my Synthroid and then take my pill at 8 and then eat at 8:30. I mean, that's more reasonable. I didn't say a thing about coffee, y'all. Didn't say a thing about coffee. So I am going to, when all the Adderall is settled up, I'm going to check with the Caremark online and see who I can talk to about it. My doctor just says an hour. Another doctor said 2 hours. So I don't want to do any harm with that. The other one is when I take my ADHD medicine, let's just call it that, I can't take my Wellbutrin, which is part of my depression medicine, right? And I take that twice a day. So that's, I take those two. I usually set it for an hour and then take them. And for me and my forgetfulness and struggle, I am pretty much on that every single day. And if I don't, I can tell because about 6 o'clock, I get the worst feeling in my chest. So, but that's where we are. So the beauty of all this is my art and playing and connected. It just has meant the world to me. It's kept me from being in bed. It's kept me connected to who I am, you know. I feel just like, I don't know, the struggle, I know it's me, but, you know, I don't feel like myself. And I'm just really tired of doing the same things over and over and over again. I'm just so tired of it. So, but I'm thankful for the art. I am going to work on Saturday. My studio is not anywhere near done, but the area I'm working on is looking really good. So what I want to do is just really push all that out and then have everything right in my area because I'm going to be taking these classes starting January and I want to be organized and ready for that. And then one day we'll show you my cat bathroom, which Claire is just using the bathroom upstairs. It's just easier for me. And if she's on this floor, she has to go up or down and she tends to be up more. So that's all shut off. But I put every empty thing in there, empty box, anything small, big, large goes in there, container. So I can decide, do I want, at the end, as I'm looking for something contained, I go in there and I grab it. And it looks like a crazy situation. But as soon as the majority of my life, this is set up, I will go in and then, let it go. What I'm not using, there's no point in having it. Or switch stuff out, but out it's gonna go. So, and the other issues I've got right now, you know what? I have a bag by my desk, any art supply, I'm not sure what it is, or it's not appealing to me. I Google it, no. I have these weird tools, I really don't know what they are. I'm letting them go. I found out I'm so excited. My sister-in-law solders. I forget this. She does, she's so talented. She does this. She made this for me. Isn't that amazing? And so she needs different stuff. So I have a little box of it. I'm so happy. I'm going to keep the actual tools because there's not that many. But yeah, so I'm going to let that go for her. For her birthday is actually right around now. But yeah. So on another level, there's always a river of enthusiasm and hopefulness in me. And I have nothing to do with it. It's just is what it is. But yesterday, it did not feel like I could tap into it. But in retrospect, my reaction was, I think, a very normal human reaction to literally doing the same thing over and over again and not getting anywhere on something that's super important. So I'm proud that in the midst of that, I mean, my emotions had to come, and it was important that I did, and maybe freeing, but I'm exhausted from it. That's how crazy it was. But that I could reach out. I did reach out to Beverly. And I did find things. I did go outside. I did find things to connect to myself, right? So that's good. And my friend Cindy, we have like a little text mail between four of us that used to work together about everything. And she wanted me to check something at work. I'm like, well, I'm not there. I'm having a nervous breakdown at home. So I will, you know, when I get to work, I'll look for you. So she called me after work and was like, what is going on? You know, she's so nice. And she's like, please reach out. But it's super hard for me to do that, but I'm working on it. I'd like to be able to do it more before I become to the point I have no choice, I guess. But art is saving my life. So let me go. I have like an hour and a half. I have to leave. That Trader Joe's thing, y'all, I don't know what to say. How about I ate it the day before that happened when I gotten sick? I'm not getting it again. It looks yummy, but that's a sign. So I need to do that, get going, and yeah. So you guys take care. And as always, it's fun to hang out with you. And I haven't been answering comments because I just didn't want to say, oh yeah, I'm so much better, everything's okay, because it's not okay. I mean, it is what it is, right? But I think I'll just answer anyway, and just, you know, because it means a lot to me. So I appreciate that, and you hanging out with me, and let's start doing some fun stuff. I need help with my plants. We're going to do that. At least I'll show you what I get. I don't know. I may run into, I think I will run Dollar Tree. I need a couple rolly brushes, and I think I've seen them there before. And I want some stuff for my lips. We'll see how I do. If I am going crazy, I don't think I will, because I'm in the middle of all this stuff. So, but yeah. And I'd like to spend, like, just go through a couple boxes of my Halloween stuff in the garage with y'all. So fun stuff. I got nail stuff to go through. I want to start doing my nails again. You know, do it myself, see how that goes, and get a roommate. So these are things, easy things, right? Anyway, thank you guys. I hope all is well with you. And if not, you're not alone. You may feel alone, but you're truly not alone. All right. Talk to you soon.